Welcome to week 2 of News Dash with JNA Real Estate. I think we need a song. Du-du-du-dung-dung-du-du. So if it's a podcast, because of budget constraints, we cannot have any music of our own choice. But you know, I'm so happy today.
Yeah.
Because last week, if you remember, we were like in the news with JNA Real Estate in the news.
Oh, we have a name.
But we have a name.
Yeah.
News Dash.
Yes.
Where 2 full-time realtors turned part-time newscasters
I love it. Not getting
have
paid.
decided to summarize every single week's news just for you. And I can say something, I love the lighting behind.
Yeah.
Shout out to JM, that is right there. And our marketing team has done up a very nice video. Looks like we are CNA newscasters. Yeah?
We're getting there.
All right, we have Lucas with us again, and in my opinion, I think he has a very nice voice. So, and he loves researching about real estate, right?
Yeah.
So we are covering the real estate news from the 11th of April till the 16th of April.
Yeah.
Last week, if you have yet to catch the first episode of News Dash by JNA Real Estate, please head on to our YouTube lah. You know, go and watch it first. I'm so happy, you know why not? Because today during a home tour, I saw our owners watching it and he was telling us that he loved it. So we are going to continue, supporting all 11.2k subscribers who are watching this. And you know, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, just help us press the subscribe button. Easier for us to ask for sponsorship also. All right, Lucas, tell us more. What happened in the news the past week?
Okay, so this is not really news, but the Bloomberg had an update on it. Okay, so it's been talked about for a while that there will be influx of Chinese wealthy to Singapore.
Yeah, the
right?
capital, right?
So so a lot of people were expecting huge amounts of investments coming to Singapore, right? But it's been a while.
Yeah.
The influx has already started. But where's the money, right?
Yes.
People are asking.
Yes.
Right. So Bloomberg discovered that they are more cautious about investing in Singapore brokerages.
Yeah.
Right. So like stocks, bonds, right? Or even private equity.
Yeah.
But they have been spending on property.
I love that.
And cars.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's where you should spend money on. Right? We have vested interest in that, right? And it's indeed true, right? Recently, we just I shared about in the previous video, we sold a penthouse to a Chinese national who actually paid $2 million in additional buyer's stamp duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to them, can I just say something? I love serving the Chinese clients because when they see something, they like it, it's an instantaneous decision.
Yeah.
There is no like assurance because they know what they want. But there is a problem with the capital coming in as well. You know, recently I was just talking to one of the intermediaries that we are working with and partnering with. So this guy is actually a multi-millionaire in China.
Oh, okay.
But he can't get the money out. So now he's actually working in corporate in Singapore. He has plenty of successful businesses there. So that is the biggest problem I'm seeing. So what I'm hearing now is luxury properties and car purchases. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's actually the reason why, Singapore is such an attractive destination for ultra high net worth?
I think our stability, right, in terms of property prices, I know a lot of us are a bit concerned that property prices keep going up. Right?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, this is actually what attracts foreign investments because our property prices increase steadily.
Yeah.
And not too fast.
Yeah.
There's no bubble.
Yep.
Right? And this is the assurance that they need, that they want to invest in Singapore.
Yeah. And one thing that I looked at, what our analyst has written, right, is that in 2022, foreign Chinese buyers actually bought 241 non-landed private homes in Singapore, right, which is almost 30% of transactions by foreign buyers, to be exact, 26.5%, right? And I think there's always, there's this thing that is mentioned currently that in the past, there are plenty of PRs that bought properties in Singapore in the last 10 years, like 13-16%. Now we're seeing a decline from about 7 to 8%, in the recent years. So I think Singapore, because of the increase in additional buyer's stamp duty for foreigners, it has become a slight deterrent factor. But I've talked to the current buyers before, and they did mention to me that the reason why they are still okay to pay for the ABSD is because back in China, right? Mainland, right? What happens is that, actually the GFA, right, of the property, 30% of the exterior space is actually taken into account as your property GFA. So even you are not owning the piece of land outside, it's still the 30% of the property size, you still have to pay for the price. And that's why to them, it's like, it's the same, no difference. Right? Great, interesting. What's next?
Okay. A little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Is it real estate related?
输了你，赢了世界又如何? So what if JJ loses? The money in decentraland. It's nothing to him.
Yeah, so
I'm a big
JJ
JJ
Lin
fan, yeah.
has investments in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Where he's bought 3 houses, 3 landed plots.
Yeah.
In virtual land.
And just to clarify, this is not the property he bought. Actually, we used, what did we use to create this?
We used Midjourney.
Midjourney, and all of these are AI created.
Yes.
Yeah. So these photos that you're going to see. So cool. So tell us more about it. Yeah.
So I mean, what's the future of this, honestly? I mean, it's been around for a while.
Decentraland.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Is it legitimately, what do you think? Is it legitimately going to be a real estate one day?
I totally feel that I'm unqualified to answer this question because I know nothing much about NFTs and Decentraland, even though like for millennials, we are supposed to know about it, right? And jump on a bandwagon. But last year, fun fact, JNA Real Estate had the opportunity to work with metaverse creator to create some real estate for investments. And we didn't take it up, obviously. If not, it will be on the news.
That's the thing our toes in.
Yeah. And one thing that I realized is this, right? JJ actually bought 3 plots. Last year was a big news, right? And that actually sparked confidence.
Yeah.
Social media marketing, influencer marketing. JJ bought, I think it was like close to $160,000, $180,000 for 3 plots, right?
Yes.
Until date, he has lost $123,000. That's 90% plummeting, right? Do I see, back to your question, do I see potential in this? I don't know. I can't say yes, I can't say no, but I know that there are a lot of people who are working on this, right? So like crypto, right? Like Bitcoin, right? We're seeing that, I entered Bitcoin. I'm so proud. Can I tell you how good I am in Bitcoin investments?
I doubt it.
Wow. I entered Bitcoin when it was $48,000.
I entered Bitcoin when it was $80.
What? Then why are you sitting here? Wait, why are you sitting here? Wait, what happened?
I exited.
You sold it in exchange for pizza, is it?
I exited when it was $100. Hence, I'm still working. But no way.
Even with the crash, right, Lucas? It is like
it will never go back to $80.
200 times increase. You put 1,000 is 200,000. You put 20,000, it's 4 million.
Can I explain why?
What?
Okay, at the time, right?
I'm leaving this. Okay, tell me more. Yeah, tell me more.
Okay, very unrelated, but
I thought I was bad, I thought I was.
It was stuck at $100 for very long. There was not enough belief that it could cross the $100 mark.
Yeah.
So I got fearful. I mean, $80, you get 20.
Not bad.
More than 20%.
That's like 25% growth.
Yeah. Let's take and run.
Just zoom into his face, right, and see $100 sold. But yeah, it's so similar to Bitcoin, right? We don't know, we don't know whether it will still go up or not. I think the last I checked was like by 20+ K, right?
Yeah.
So there are like talks before it crashed, right? Yeah. The whole FTX thing happened, Binance now is also facing some stuff. Before it happened, people were saying that, it's postulated to go 100,000. Yeah. So I am not someone who loves speculation. Not too much, because in real estate, you don't speculate in Singapore's market. That's why I love investing in Singapore, right?
Yes.
So honestly, how much is $123,000 to JJ? Maybe 1 minute of his JJ World Tour concert.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point, right? Yeah. Don't put money into things that you don't understand.
Absolutely.
That you can't afford.
Absolutely. Lose, yeah. So don't put money that you can't lose into things that you are speculating.
Yes.
One thing I learned, right, is that there's never quick cash. Number 2 is always delayed gratification. Like Chris and I, we are covering this whole topic. In the next few episodes, you're going to see about buy now and pay later, right? I have dabbled into instant gratification, quick cash before. I even hear people getting scammed because of Ethereum. Like not buying Ethereum, but people saying I'm going to give free Ethereum and then they get scammed for thousands of dollars, right? So with any investment, remember one thing, holding power is key. And if you want to put into a speculative asset, only put it in if you are willing to lose that amount of money.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. This I love.
3 bungalows on Nassim Road, our specialty area.
Yeah, JNA Capital Markets.
Yes.
Unfortunately, did not transact this deal. If not, I would have been sitting here. No, just joking. I see my passion. Okay, so anyways, so sorry, I got phlegm. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Okay, so 3 bungalows on Nassim Road sold at a record of 4,500 PSF.
Yeah.
But what the news didn't tell you is that it was initially marketed at $5,200 per square foot. So, very hard for us to tell our landed owners. So now JNA Capital Markets, which is the arm that serves the ultra high net worth buyers. We want to be a buyer agency.
Yeah.
We also have a selling agency, right? We realized that 700 PSF decrease from the asking price is very hard. Yeah, so like even some of our GCBs going at 2004 minus 700, that is like asking the owner to sell at 1,007, you know? Yeah, but I think Cascaden Peak Investments, which used to be called SPH Holdings, it's actually SPH Holdings, before they got privatized, right? I think they were ready to sell. It was owned by, I think there was a joint investment with Mapletree being one of it as well, and it was sold at $4,500. Actually, this particular realtor who sold it is actually our colleague in Promnex as well. Shout out to Promnex. Amazing, right? And yeah, and these 3 bungalows were sold individually to 3 individuals from the same family. And previously, actually back, I think it was last year, where a millennial bought something. And you may be thinking right now, right, that the millennial actually is maybe Ian from Secret Lab. It's not. Actually, one of the founder of Stem.io, actually the founder of Stem.io, who is a Shopify review app, right? Tommy Ong paid $4,291 PSF at 2 Cluny Hill. Right? So actually, in Nassim, at 4,005 is not hard. Because in the whole good class bungalow market, the most coveted address is Nassim and Cluny.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the reason why. And that sets the direction as to how, prices are actually going for in the landed market now. Yeah. What about you? What do you think about this news?
Okay, so GCBs are actually the
creme de la creme.
Price at the top of the market already.
100%, yeah.
But what's the future of the prices, do you think?
Okay, so if you look at just trends, right, obviously you're going to see that the prices are going to continue to climb, right? But okay, currently now we hold about 400 plus detaches and GCBs combined in terms of inventory. We talked to the owners. The reason why GCB prices will continue to climb, because at the start of this year, January and February, actually there were almost 0 GCB transactions that happened, and it's quite slow, right? The owners are willing to hold because firstly, their business are making them good money. They are ultra high net worths. Number 2, they are able to keep it and hold it if the price is not right for generations. So they are not looking to force sell. There are going to be some fire sale units, I think potentially maybe 1 in 2, 3, 4 years, right? But looking at it, prices are going to continue to climb. Yeah.
And there's limited plot.
Very limited plot. 2,800, but to be exact, I think there's only like 2,600 plus.
It's not like Singapore is coming up with new GCB plots all the time.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's now go back to what is more down to earth, right? And let's just go back to the mass market about Tembusu Grand, right? Yeah. So I'm seeing that Tembusu Grand sees strong sales during launch weekend. Tell me more about this.
So they sold, you mentioned this last week already.
Yep.
But it's still exciting news.
Yep.
They sold 56%
yep.
in their first weekend.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Chris and I did the Tembusu Grand launch review, which we haven't even launched because, it's like everything's happening so fast, right? We are predicting about 50% to 60% sellout rate as well. And one thing that I think the biggest reason is because this is one of the first few mega launches in District 15.
Yeah.
We are seeing Continuum being launched really soon for a freehold. If the starting is really 2006, it's actually very attractive because what I'm seeing is that Tembusu Grand individuals actually bought most of the property at an average price of 2,465 per square foot, right? So if it's just this is 99 years, right? If it's freehold and it's going at 2006 or Continuum, attractive place to look at.
Yeah. I think it's really worth looking at Continuum. Yeah. For freehold around this area, the price is just slightly higher than Tembusu Grand, so why not?
Why not, right? And one thing that is quite interesting to note is that even though 55% and the media makes it look like it's like really very cool and very attractive and it's like, wow, market is heating up. But back in last May, right, back in 2022, when Piccadilly Grand was first launched, actually 77% was sold. Right? When Copen Grand was sold,
55% is still good.
Absolutely. When Copen Grand was sold last year as well, last October, 73% was sold. So actually what you're saying now, right, is yes, 55% sold, that's more than half. I'm actually more interested to see the unsold units. Because when I was calculating the profit margin for the developer at Tembusu, it seems quite high. And there may be a chance that the developer may want to drop price, and I love that. That's how our investment team get good deals for our clients, right? And we have been doing that as well. Yeah, so there's 638 units in total. So to be exact, 53% was sold. So actually, more than 300 units were sold, but the 300 left is quite interesting for us to take a look. And fun fact, not all the 1+ study was sold. Actually, the 3 bedrooms, a lot of them was transacted as well. Actually, there were about 80, 3 and 3 bed plus study that was sold. 3, 4, 5 bedrooms actually accounted for nearly 100 units that was sold actually.
So
right?
would you say currently it's like more own-stay buyers?
Actually, now I think in the market, right, buyers are a little bit wiser. They are not going for what they can immediately afford, whether it's a 1+ study. They understand a little thing or two about, the resellability in the secondary market. And I like that because in our Tembusu Grand review, we should be launching really soon. We actually shot that 2 weeks ago. We talked about how it's important in District 15 specifically to consider units that are about 2 bedroom minimally. Don't go for anything under that because there's going to be a big trouble when it comes to selling. And the rental yield there is not fantastic. It's not really, really, really that high. 3 bedroom and 4 bedroom is attractive, right? But of course, affordability. Most importantly, it's also prudence as well. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's happening in District 15. Yeah,
a lot happening there.
A lot happening there, and I'll be moving there next year from the west. So it has to heat up the market there, right? So Lucas, any other things to add on about last week's news?
So I think it's really interesting to see that, 3 good class bungalows were just sold at one go.
Yeah.
Right? Because typically we don't see that many sales for good class bungalows. I mean, we have a few.
The Lee's one. That's interesting as well. Yeah.
And we have a few good class bungalows in our inventory.
Yeah, right? More than a few. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be the ones in the news next time around.
Actually, we were in the news at on HProp as well. I think the thing about good class bungalow market is that it takes time to sell. Like most of our transactions that we have in the mass market, it can take like a day, some take months, right? But good class bungalows take years. Right?
Yeah.
If the price is right. And I think it's interesting, right? As Singaporean investors as well, which was the purpose of Singapore's Real Estate Explained, right? Is to not only share a few news about what is happening in our neighborhood or share with us news about what is happening, in our district, but also to expand our horizon to see that actually real estate investments in Singapore, there's so many things that you can invest in, right? So we just hope that you've enjoyed this week of News Dash. It's a raw, unedited, kind of thing because we feel that speed is of concern right here. Efficiency is more important than making it look nice. Just hope that you have a quick summary. If you love this, feel free, share with your friends, right? If you want to look for if you're someone who likes to read, right, go to our IG. We have our editorials there as well. The full blog post can also be found on our website where there's plenty of editorials, okay? So thank you so much. This is Jervis.
This is Lucas.
And welcome and thank you. And thank you for watching this episode of News Dash with JNA Real Estate. Is there a sign? I think like that lah. All right. Bye-bye.